Good evening. My name is Patrick Campbell. I'm the Executive Director of the Group Against Smog and Pollution, an environmental watchdog and a group serving our region since 1969. I was registered to give public testimony this evening. However, despite receiving a confirmation on the ACHD's website, was not included in the registered person list. So I'm grateful to Mark here for allowing me to share my testimony with you. For years, GASP has joined with residents and fellow advocates to demand U.S. Steel and ACHD do more to control emissions at the Clairton Coke Works facility. These noxious and toxic emissions harms people's quality of life and are linked to physical impacts like asthma and heart attacks, cancer, and other health problems. Real people are suffering real harm. We've heard gut-wrenching stories and experienced gut-wrenching stories about community members having to rush their asthmatic children to the ER during poor air quality days. We've heard from people who are afraid to open their windows on nice days, and we've heard far too many people that while they love Pittsburgh and the surrounding areas, they're considering uprooting their families because of how our region's all too often abysmal air quality impacts their day-to-day lives. ACHD should embrace this regulatory opportunity to make a positive impact on our region's air quality and those who breathe it. To do that, the department must demonstrate that the proposed revisions will reduce exposure to these emissions. A recent ACHD study confirmed U.S. Steel was entirely responsible for years of hydrogen sulfide exceedances at the Liberty monitoring site. This raises legitimate concerns over other coke oven emission constituents in the ambient air. ACHD has the authority and duty to reduce the impact of these emissions on local communities. The proposed changes to Section 2105.21 could result in some improvements, but the lack of documentation supporting that conclusion is concerning. Demonstrating a reduction in hydrogen sulfide concentrations at the Liberty Monitor site might be legally necessary to defend the proposed revisions. Ultimately, it's absolutely imperative that ACHD not lose sight of the purpose of these regulations, to present the public with a clear plan to improve air quality in Clairton and in our region. Thank you.